So I will be going over every farm animal found in the Farmer's Almanac. First up, one of the most basic livestock is sheep. You can use the milk pail to get milk from them. And you can also use shears to get their wool and their meat. This over here is a mini sheep. They're pretty much the same. They just look a little different. So we got flamingos. They can be sheared, give their eggs and feathers. Penguins give their eggs. Turkeys, same thing, feathers and raw turkey. And these are called goobers. They can drop petrified eggs, which they didn't drop this time. We've got a couple of polar bears. They are technically not one of the farmable animals. I got turtles. Get turtle eggs from them. Over here we got squirrels. They drop berries and nuts. We have red pandas. They're asleep right now, which is unfortunate. Adorable. These things technically aren't farm animals, but they are called birds. They're basically like mechanical birds. And when they're in the nest, you can't collect their eggs, but when they're out, you can. Just right click on it. If you destroy the nest or try to collect the eggs while they're in it, they will turn hostile. These two animals you can only get from using Botania. This is the Galaraptor. It can drop its eggs, as well as collecting eggs. And this is the Tribal. This one can be milked, and it can also be sheared to get leather and the raw shank. Over here, I got bats. They just drop some fruit. Over here, I got the cochineal or cochineal. I'm not sure how you say that. And they drop carmine husks. My farm does not have squid because honestly, I cannot keep the darn things alive for more than a couple of days. If you use the milk pail, you will get ink sacs. And as far as the forage, you will get tentacles and ink. Bison, because regardless of their affection, they will attack you and I can't keep them alive. Then I got deer. These things, even though they're max affection, they still run away from you. Pandas, they drop some bamboo and some fruit. We got snow pigs. They drop frozen pork chops and truffles. And then normal pigs will drop normal pork chops and sometimes truffles. Over here we got these woolly sheep. Just like normal sheep, they can be milked and sheared. They give you flecked wool, which is the only difference I can see from normal sheep. Over here we got three variations of cows. We got the warped woolly cow, we got the normal cow, and we got the normal woolly cow. So you notice only one of them gives you the warped milk, and that's this woolly one, or that's this specific color of this one. Which can usually only be found in the nether. Continuing on, go over here and we got butterflies. You may ask why I farm butterflies? Because of this, butterfly amber. The reason you want the amber is because it can be recycled into sparkstone, which is required for a lot of the automated machines. If it's just a bowl of sugar water. Over here we got frost biters, or what these things are called. If you don't feed them, then they will attack you. But yeah, they can also be milked, and you can collect artifact shards from them, which are actually have the same purpose as the butterfly amber. It can be recycled for sparkstone. Continuing on, we got chickens and ducks and geese, which I kept them all in the same chicken coop here. This is an auto grabber which collects the large versions of their eggs, but you can Ducks give you raw duck. Sometimes give you eggs. Goose. Where's my other goose? There it is. Those are the chickens. Over here we got 3 variations of cows. We got the moo blooms here, which give you amethyst milk. We've got the moo shrooms here, which actually only give you normal milk. So if you use a bowl in them, you can get mushroom stew. Just like in vanilla. Up here we got water buffalo. You get buffalo milk from them. Next up we got goats. Goats are sometimes hostile, but I don't know what conditions because these ones have never been hostile to me. Across here we got frogs and rabbits. Frogs can drop frog lights. They look like they're dropping them this time. Here's my Pokemon. Okay, ferrets are not technically a farmable animal, but if you get them to 10 affection, you can get jumping spider eggs. As far as I can tell, these don't do anything. I mean, you can name them, they jump around, they look cute, but you can't seem to interact with them anyway. Raccoons have a variety of items they can drop. In fact, I'll just pull up GEI to show you. Raccoons can drop any of these items at 3 affection. Over here are sniffers. You know, they sniff. Occasionally they dig. Whatever they dig goes up to this chest. Alright, over here we got, these are called the snuffles. And they also got snails in here. Snails will stay in their shell unless they feel safe, which I have not seen them move from this spot. The thing about snuffles is you can get frozen hair from them. They didn't drop any this time, but frozen hair is required in order to get this thing. This is called a mammutilation. It's like an undead mammoth. As affection gets high enough, you can use the milk pail on it to get ichor bottles. You can also use glass bottles to get the ichor, but it comes out to normal quality each time when you use the glass bottles. It comes to iridium quality if you get its affection up high and then use the milk pail. This interesting one is called the cruncher. This one does is you give it a certain kind of mob drop. In this case I gave it wither skeleton skulls. And it will start spitting these things out that you can harvest to get drops from wither skeletons. If you give them a different kind of drop, they'll drop different stuff. He does cause damage to the building around him, unfortunately. To get a cruncher, it actually involves fighting them and then feeding them in this minigame boss battle. And over here, if it's still alive, is my raptor. What do you know? It's still alive. Says he doesn't trust me, but he is dropping eggs. So raptors cannot be spawned. There's just the spawn egg, and there's the raptor eggs. It needs to be hatched in the nether. Cats are not really farmable, but if you get their affection high enough, they will give you Neko ears, which are required to make the strongest weapon in the game, called the Meowmageddon. And lastly, I've got these Shima Inagas. This is what they will drop. They're just little birds that occasionally fly around, so you need to make sure it's a sealed off coop. And then back here I got these golden chapels. Chapels are just basically like chickens, except instead of dropping eggs, they drop apples, including golden apples. But I got them from the prize machine. Seems to be the only way to get them. This is the normal version, I have the golden version. And that is all the farm animals. Thank you for watching.